Today we're going to look at some folk stuff from my collection. This is by no means an exhaustive list of 60s folk, but just to look at some of the stuff I have in my collection. The first one here is Tim Buckley's debut album from 1966 on Elektra. Here's his second album, Goodbye and Hello, also on Elektra, from 1967. And here's his 1970 album, Lorca. Laura Nyro, More Than a New Discovery. This is her very first album on Verve. From Vanguard Records, Ian and Sylvia's So Much for Dreaming. I think this is from 1966. I think this one's from the previous year, or the later year, I should say, 1967. Lovin Sound on MGM. Chad Mitchell Trio at the Bitter End on Kapp Records. David Ackles' first album on Elektra. Biff Rose, Children of Light on Tetragrammaton Records. This includes Bernie Krause on synthesizer and Van Dyke Parks on keyboards. Kind of interesting. Tim Rose on Columbia. This includes his version of Hey Joe. Here's another Tim Hardin. His fourth album, which I think is a live album, on Verve. The Hangman's Beautiful Daughter by the Incredible String Band, their third album, from 1968. It's on Elektra.
Good morning, Mr. Blue.
Phil Ochs, Pleasures of the Harbor, on A&M. They Call Us the Go-Go Singers on Roulette Records. This is from 1964. Tom Paxton's Morning Again from 1968 on Elektra. It includes his version of Mr. Blue, which Clear Light did a version of. Here are two albums from Jim Kweskin and his Jug Band. The first one is called See Reverse Side for Title. It's from 1967, I think. And this is a compilation, the best of Jim Kweskin and the Jug Band. They're both on Vanguard Records. Here's a British folk group of sorts, kind of folky, jazzy. The Peddlers. This album's called Birthday. It's the American pressing on Epic. Here's another British guy, Al Stewart. Love Chronicles. This is the first album that came out from him in the United States. It's on Epic Records. Eric Anderson. More hits from Tin Can Alley on Vanguard Records. British group, The Young Tradition. Galleries is the name of it. It's on Vanguard. And finally, the Pentangle, their first album, which came out in the United States on Reprise Records. Okay, very unexhaustive, but still fun, I hope, look at some of my folk records.